Mostly it's like coordination between players. Like the tier one players, they play more together, like time wise, and they just more together, like understanding wise, if it makes sense what I'm saying. Like they just better at playing together at lane. Like using spells together, stopping the pull together, pulling together, lasting together. It's like bunch of small things leading up into one big thing.
Yeah, one big difference. And both teams in the smoke. I haven't seen many level 1 fights, so I'm not expecting it to happen now at all. Though nouns are invading the enemy jungle. So why is it so? Why are we not seeing too many fights early on? Both of the teams usually just get into an aggressive position, and then nobody really goes for a fight. Why is that so?
It just I don't know why exactly. Now more than ever, like if you feed a first blood on the rune, it can just turn the tides in the laning stage.
Oh,
So
okay.
whenever we played like important matches and we would kind of expect to do well in lanes, like okay, we see our lanes, we understand our lanes are like 60-40 or whatever, we should do well. We're just like, okay, guys, take two runes, maybe even one, just don't mess it up, and we'll be fine. That's the attitude.
Ah,
Because
okay, I
like, don't
understand.
lose resources, don't skill the wrong spell, don't feed a first blood. Because imagine this. Oh, we're gonna have interesting. He tried to block the creeps, but
Yeah, beautiful.
Batrider, one of the better creeps. They're still gonna do it, but on the Dire it's much harder. You need to block much more than on Radiant to achieve creeps going on the tower. To finish the thought, I was thinking like, imagine this centaur gets a first blood, and he has 100 gold in bank. He gets a first blood, 300 gold. He has like a 2 to 3 minute help. He's already never ever getting pressured in a lane.
Yeah, that can be a problem.
It's a very big risk, to take.
Huge, huge. I guess so. If so, the team that usually is gonna have a better lane is the one that's just gonna take it easy, and then the other ones they just don't want to go that deep into enemy
Uh,
territory because you're gonna get punished.
that was our attitude, but I don't think
Yeah,
it's like
it's
a
everybody.
why. Yeah, I don't think it's everybody. It's just a lot of it's players to players. I think a lot of players just like have this idea. If they have Tusk or whatever, use this smoke, do this. Like it just depends. Yeah. Across the board,
So
we see Stormer is doing very well mid so far.
everybody is farming. Looking at the lanes, any preference in terms of where most aggression is going to be happening? Is it the top lane because Centaur is kind of always a kill lane, or can this bottom lane of Tilted Boys actually apply some damage? Actually, it is going to be Frogos that is caught, and with all of these body blocks, I don't know if he's getting away. You have the enchant, you have the slows, you have the body blocks, and ultimately you have the kill. And we are coming back to that fact. Tier 1 teams, they play together in lane, as you mentioned, they do everything together, and they kill together, so it is going to be the first blood for Yuma.
Yes, I mean, they just understand their timing instantly. They get level 2, he skills the net. He's like, if this guy's out of position, I'm gonna skill the net, skills the net, nets him, puts the illusion in front of him, beautiful execution, they just get a kill, right? They just know the timings better. And I think this is one of the lanes that should go well for the Tilted Boys bottom, but already first blood disadvantage.
Yeah, for sure. Though, in terms of CS, the Doom is farming pretty well. Speaking of CS, of course, the Centaur, you mentioned his damage and didn't mention his animation, but either way, it's very easy to get creeps with him. And Logan isn't really gonna be able to stop him. But is this gonna be a problematic lane for an Ursa? Is that a lane in which he can die?
Definitely, level 3, like, he doesn't have much ways to sustain through the harass, and level 3 with like Spike on Gyro, Rocket Barrage plus Centaur, Double Edge, if lane is not in good position with him, he might just get ran down.
Very possible, and he's being bullied by the double edge from Gunner. So Logan is just having a tough time. His name is Logan. He's playing an Ursa who has claws, so I'm just reminded of Wolverine there. We'll see if he'll be able to regenerate just as he does. Volodka getting himself away, and he has an X back to the base, so we'll be fine. Doesn't have a bottle, however, so isn't really gonna be healing all that much.
Yeah, it's a kind of casual no ball Kunkka mid. Oh, he's gonna hit the tower. He's gonna get a nice dodge by Stormer. Tier 1. I mean, we see on top lane, Gunner even skipped the Helm. He's going straight boots, maybe even phase boots before Helm, and this Ursa is gonna have a tough time catching. Oh, live on the creeps. They're gonna try to die, but no, joke. Just kidding.
Only one
He's not gonna
Only
commit,
one
but next time Ursa walks into a range for a centaur stun, he might even die, if not lose all HP.
Let's see if that does happen. Keeping him in half HP. Heroes like Curse. Oh, Yuma gonna be ran down, and you talked about the Doom and him having a good lane. This is definitely looking nice. He's beating in CS. He also got a kill. Sure, Yuma got the first blood, but it's definitely not ideal. So very nicely done by the Doom here and by the by Frogos on the Venge. They do make sure that Yuma goes down. Is this something that was expected, or do you think Yuma somewhere in that lane made a mistake?
Definitely mistake by Yuma, because like the way you play this lane, yeah, they kill the Venge, but you don't really pressure the Doom with Naga. You're just playing for your own farm and levels. It's like, that's why I picked Naga into Doom, because you know you just get whatever you want, and then you're just gonna be Naga, right? That's the point. But getting a bit ahead of himself, and Doom punishes.
Yeah, okay. I feel like I'm hearing a little bit of a Naga hater there. Not sure, but there will be a stun on the Ursa. You mentioned how they're always just gonna be punishing him. Even Lela's coming in with a couple of rocket barrages and getting himself away for now from the Ursa, who is kind of low, so just aggressively posturing to send his enemies away. He's gonna have to be careful of Gunner, but overall, for now, the Ursa will live.
I mean, yes, to answer, I don't think anyone who doesn't play carry is not a Naga hater. It's just not fair, you know. He's not even sending the real him to annoy you. He does it all the time. Facebook finish on Centaur, Ursa getting a lot of resources poking, but still not dying, still getting the XP at least. We'll have a 6-minute timing. And she's going for the rune. Meanwhile, Yuma.
That was a beautiful Hurricane usage. Is he dead because of this? I mean, that's a nice play. Has the net, will send him away. But that's a nice creep to have the Wild Wing Ripper. I'm guessing Yuma wasn't expecting that as a possibility. As Fly is rotating, and as you mentioned, he does secure the rune for Stormstormer.
Yes, that's the trade-off. A lot of harass on Naga, she doesn't end up dying, and that means Fly secures the DD on Ember, and now this DD Ember will help the Naga. It's kind of a you help me, I help you kind of thing, and Ember is coming real hot here.
That's gonna hurt. Net onto the poor Venge, but they're actually looking towards Cloud, who has a Hurricane to push himself away. Stormstormer not giving up just yet. Impetus on Frogos. The Venge is low, but in the end, their greed will cost them every single kill. They don't get anything.
Yes, I want this, I want everything, and you don't get anything at all at the end. A bit too greedy, as you said.
It's unfortunate. And Kunkka wants to get the Wisdom Rune from his supports.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh. No.
Is he?
God bless.
Nah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. He already has level 6. That would be pretty nasty.
I mean, it's just way too bad for one of the supports, guys. You know, it's just way too bad. One will get, but the other one will suffer hard.
Well, let's see. Fly, is he gonna suffer? This is what Enchantresses like to do, go into the enemy jungle. Will dodge the boat, however, but surrounded by 3 heroes, he will die. Maybe tries to take Frogos down with him, and will do exactly that, but after he dies, so no extra experience for him. Will try to save the Centaur Conqueror. That does leave Logan all alone with the homing missile and the double edge. He'll be taken down, so that Fly's movement is definitely, you could call it successful with all the things that he did.
Yeah, I mean, he just put a lot of attention on himself. Like, made a lot of space, and Logan pays for it, and he's just gonna TP mid rifle ball, be straight in time for the power rune. Where he's gonna be, top or bottom, they're gonna go for both. It's Ember after all, and he gets a shield rune, God bless. DD into a shield, it doesn't get much better than that.
Luckily, he's gonna have to wait for those a little bit longer, though. In the early stages of the game, they definitely do help you with the Ember. How do you feel about that rune cannot repeat itself until the whole rotation is gone through? Do you like that change?
Yes, I think it's a step in the right direction. The room's been overpowered for a while. Meanwhile, top Ursa's gonna get one again. 3 heroes here. He's gonna die for sure. But are they gonna bring anyone with them?
No.
Maybe Gyro? No. There's no help coming. Poor Door is alone and he's gonna pay too.
He's gonna be closed very easily by the double edge from Gunner that is coming over.
Kunkka?
He needs to come close. There it is. Kunkka comes in. Nice torrent connects. He wants somebody else. Will get flying. Actually misses on the Tidebringer, so never is he gonna have enough damage as Lelis is on the other side. Gets a full rocket barrage into the Kunkka, who does survive it. For sure gets himself back into the mid lane, but definitely his rotations once again are gonna be unsuccessful.
Was this a grief tip, man? I don't know. He misses the Tidebringer. He's level 7 at minute 9. He gets tipped by his carry who just died. I don't know. Feels like a grief tip, you know? I would
do you think
report over.
there's a chance that these players in this kind of situation where they're playing probably the best team in the qualifier, they can get mad at each other? Does that happen?
I mean, there is possibility. I mean, we can purely speculate, you know. We cannot say for sure, but they could, because, you know, when you are like tier 2 team and you play best and you get your ass kicked, and if you have like some sort of ego, like you're getting your ass kicked. If you have an ego, you're probably gonna blame someone else. So, you know, if someone else is not at fault, you know what it means?
Yeah, okay. So the Dota players, they don't have ego. Dota players don't have ego, so that's fine.
No,
that's fine.
None of them.
Never. Yeah, none
Never.
of them for sure.
Never, ever, never. No ego.
So 5-2 in terms of kills, 4k gold lead. This is kind of what we expected the game to go, with Nouns completely overtaking the early game. They did take down one tower, but what's the play for TiltedBoys? Where do you take it? How do you play? Around which hero? Does the Kunkka need to rotate? And if so, how does he do it?
No, I don't know about that. I mean, they have some sort of spike. They need to put it, basically use their abilities, right? Use their Doom, use their ship. They haven't used ship successfully even once. They used it once for the Ange kill, who brought the Venge with her in the game, but it's just hard. Right now, they need to keep playing for their levels and try to hope they can make one play on the side. There's gonna be a Doom TP mid onto Ange with the X mark.
Is that really a hero you want?
Be
He's dead.
Deny him.
You can't.
I was just checking you. I know.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fine. I know. The thing though is that's a Doom EP and a Doom usage for an Enchantress skill, so definitely not worth it. And I think Fly is gonna be more than happy with what just happened with TiltedBoys going for a smoke. Okay, that Centaur kill, I guess you can get it, but he knows. Yeah, it's very easy to read this, it seems.
Yeah, this is one of the most basic plays, but Centaur is gonna get caught. Nope.
In the death lane? In the death camp,
Nope.
sorry? Nope. Pretty
They're
speedy.
gonna commit.
He's caught. They'll find him. The question is, can you kill him? Here comes the boat. They don't have the lasso, however, he gets the nice stun off. The boat connects anyways, as he's trying to get himself away. A lot of damage being dealt into Gunner,
bottom.
and finally he will fall. Meanwhile, bottom, they're going for Cloud, so the same thing will happen in favor of Nouns as well. It is a trade-off, but of course when you are losing, it's not too bad of a trade for TiltedBoys.
Fly mid, he's gonna get going by Logan, but nothing much gonna happen. Just gonna trade some harassment for the healing wisps. I mean, it's good to trade 1-for-1, but they need better than that to come back into this game, you know? They need small wins, not small trades.
Okay. That makes sense. We'll see if they can make them happen. Another boat will be coming in fairly shortly. It is a low cooldown spell in 30 seconds. They're gonna have it again, so maybe they can make something happen as well with the Doom coming in 40 seconds as well. Doom has the Veil, is what you were talking about, but also Gunner, he has got himself a Blink Dagger. Stampede gonna be used, and Cloud will be trampled into the ground. Still alive, actually surviving there with a Scorcher, trying to get himself away, and there will be a lasso. Finally, they finish him off. Lelis is doing a ton of damage. Gunner, however, will be taken down underneath the tower, pulled into it once again, while Lelis TPs himself out. And once again, it is both of the offlaners that go down, while Stormer is coming forward with the Arcane Rune, and poor Frogos, he is gonna be able to run away for now.
Yeah, not much damage in December, although like level 10 and Arcane Rune still cannot pressure on the tier 2. I mean, it's funny, like back-to-back offlane for offlane. You rarely see that. It's gonna be 40 minutes. I mean, this problem for the Tilted Boys, this Ember is just getting every single room. Just kind of controlling this game on his own.
He's gonna do whatever he wants. Mage Slayer is being delivered, so good luck killing him. Big stack gonna be taken. Door, get away! He will be able to survive, while the Kunkka with the Blade Mail will be able to finish off the Ancient stack. So some nice gold going their way. It's not like they gave that mid lane tower for nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Nice to see them trade it for something, even just farm, but oh no.
Oh,
Yuma,
no.
Yuma. He just gets like 1.5 level. In a second, it's a level 12 Naga minute 40. Hate to see it, I gotta say it.
Hate to see it if you're Tilted Boys. If you're a Nouns fan, you're gonna be fine. Slide of his chains, Kunkka using the boat. He wants to get this Ember
nice.
off of himself. Nice connection.
That was a nice dodge of Venge Stun with the Elu rune. I mean, how did you like that change? I think that change for the runes was a very like quality life of change. That Elu rune, instead of being the worst rune in the history of Dota, like suddenly became a Manta.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it. I think it's nice to have all runes do something rather than just get annoyed when you get a certain rune. That's fine. Logan, he doesn't even... Okay, he knows how close to death he was. Uses the scan. They're maybe gonna turn this one around, Tilted Boys. They're coming over as Gunnar goes forward. Immediately gonna get lassoed. He missed on the stun. Stormstormer going in. Gunnar dropping low. There will be a hoof stomp there. Return to him. Cloud has eaten one of his brethren and used the spells against him. Stormstormer TPing out. Will be successful. Oh, he lifted the sword there. Close. Not gonna be enough.
That would be the comeback, right? They answered your question from a minute ago. How they make a comeback is also like if nouns overextend, they were very overextending by playing 3 heroes in between tier 2 and tier 3 towers at minute 15. But you guess what? Even though whatever they do top, like if they lose 1-2 heroes, like Naga is like farming whole map. So even they lose 1 hero, but they gain 1k gold advantage. Just.
It's insane. A slide of fish chain. So the two of them, the cooldown coming in. The last one will connect on Door, and the homing missile is coming. Nobody to kill it. Slide of fist very deep in. Gunnar only gets 1 stun. Door will die to the homing missile. Here comes the sleep. They're trying to save the Centaur. He has died so many times, and he will probably die again, but not before they kill both of the supports. Blood Grenade connects onto both of these cores, and with the Torrent, they get the Ember up in the air. Stormstormer is still alive, doing a lot of damage. However, he will need to get away, and Gunnar finally falls to the doom as Cloud, he secures that kill. Ellis, it's time to run. Still spamming with a slide of fist, and Ursa gonna get stunned up by the homing missile once again. Doesn't have the enrage, but he's gonna get silenced, so no chance to ever use it, and he will die after the Orchid does pop as Kunkka turns into a little piggy, hoping that, you know, New Year's and Christmas, they're done, so nobody wants to eat pork. Well, they are gonna be dealing with this one, and the Venge back into the fray, wants to be the 6th kill, one after the other. Everybody's turning into a bonus as Nouns are diving tier 4s. This is not your base any longer, and it is only 17 minutes into the game.
Nouns are feeling themselves. 14 kills, 70 minutes, 9k gold lead, all this with Naga on their team. They know what they're doing, you know?
It does look like they know what they're doing. This is what I see a lot. As you mentioned, tier 1 versus tier 2 teams. You mentioned the laning phase, but this is what I see a lot, is that you get forced to give one hero after the other. So what happens in the communication when you are just TPing and dying and TPing and dying? Is anybody saying anything, or do people just get lost in those kind of situations?
I mean, it just looks different from a player perspective. Like, I've been on both sides. I've not always been a pleb that loses to tier 1 teams. Sometimes I've been playing against the lower teams, especially in NA. Like, we both in my J-Storm days and Ecclesi crew, we used to never lose any tier 2 open qualified teams, and it looks to look like this somewhat. And we're just playing, but in their eyes, like when I used to play against tier 1, it looks like it could be good. Meanwhile, Yuma, is he gonna die? Centaur gonna save him? No way.
This is why people hate Naga, I guess. Yeah, this is very depressive. Logan will get himself away, however. If he survives, I guess it's good enough. Heading into trees. Now Gunner might get caught. Nope, it's actually the Ember here, so the two mid laners are going to be facing off. Both doesn't connect on anybody as the Kunkka gets outplayed even more, trying with the Blade Mail to deter them. Will be successful for now, but it just continues to be nouns applying pressure and TiltedBoys, well, getting smacked.
Yes, I mean, they're living on 1 HP and whatnot. It's just hard to watch for TiltedBoys fans, you know. But they are at least trying, and Nouns is gonna to continue on the thought. It's just probably for TiltedBoy perspective, it looks like, oh, if we just TP right now, we could turn it. We could turn it. It's so close, you know. It looks from their perspective that it's so close to turning. Meanwhile, Stormer just gonna keep playing. As I spoke in the draft, it's just conditions for him dying are very hard, you know. Like he needs to get some torrent into a Doom, and to complete that is he sort of needs to mess up, you know. And when the guy needs to mess up and he's a very quality player, to kill him, it's not looking good for you. So he's just gonna constantly be poking.
Yep, Kunkka poked on, uses the torrent over himself. Look at Gunner waiting for that to pop, but Kunkka actually used it in a good timing to make sure that he doesn't get initiated on lasso. And the Doom onto the high ground, killed the captain. That's the idea. So maybe if they cut off the head, the rest of them will fall over.
Let's see if they fall over.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're falling over.
Nice
Sleep will
sleep.
get used and cooldown being used, so those rockets aren't going to be doing anything. Lelis, however, he does finish door
Gunner,
on the other side. Gunner, he doesn't use the stun in time. Now he's going to be using it onto the two of them, and Kunkka not getting out of the stun. There's the Stampede, and so many units to go over. TiltedBoys, they have been stepped over, not only in this team fight, but in this game so far.
Very nicely executed, kiting the bolt buff, kiting the Batrider spells with the sleep, setting up perfectly for the Gunner stun. He messes up a bit, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. They get another full team wipe for their captain, revenge him. It's looking rough.
Is looking rough, but they're not giving up, and that's the most important thing. Show your teeth to the enemy. Show that you're not gonna give up that easily. You can kill us, but you might be able to knock us down, but we will not surrender. You know, that's the approach here. Even though they're being
kids,
almost tripled
not
in kills.
Give up. Never give up. Never, ever, never, never. It's not over until the throne falls.
It's such a wonderful life, as they would say. Oh, Lelis, a little bit too deep. It's only the two supports here. Has the use to protect himself as the boat is coming in. Onto both of them. Lelis will go to the other side. Flamebreak will not allow him to escape, but there goes Gunner. This time around, there was no setup. He just does it on his own. Swap on Dirsa, giving him a little bit of a shield, but it doesn't matter. The cores are here to help. You might have killed the Gyro, but the Enchantress will survive easily enough for the rest of the team to connect. It took way too long. And Gunner, he even finds door.
Yeah, nice cheeky wall showing the Batrider, and they get another almost a team wipe. I'm not even sure. I cannot keep up. I'm gonna be honest. I cannot keep up if it's team wipe or 4 heroes. It says in a recap it's 4 heroes. 24 kills in 22 minutes. It's more than a kill per minute, you know. It's a bloodbath. And they just gonna force the glyph and gonna go for the mighty Tormentor. We get to speak about Shard. Nice. Did you notice how meta shifted into every team killing Tormentor at 21-minute mark?
Yep, everybody goes for it. It's just, I guess, the Wisdom Rune spawns and you go for it. But I have a question. So a lot of teams in a lot of qualifiers these days, I've seen teams lose 1, 2, maybe even 3 heroes to Tormentors. What the hell is going on?
And they just didn't do their, how to say, they didn't research it enough, you know.
Oh, okay.
You gotta research how many. Like it happened to me too. Like you just think, we can do it with, we don't need this guy. Oh, fly. No, not the captain again. There's gonna be X mark into both.
Sleep.
Oh, not the captain.
I got you, Captain. 3 of them have been caught, and look at Gunner. He's coming in to stun them all. Silence from the other side. He gets the rage off, and the Doom goes onto the Enchantress. So yeah, they are going for that Captain as the rockets are gonna start falling from the sky, bombarding these guys on TiltedBoys. And now there's gonna be the 4th kill. I'm gonna be keeping count. If that's an issue, and door, it is gonna be Lelis that finishes him off. He has the shard as well. Look at Cloud. He's gonna be whipped. Yeah, whip him. Nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Rather than join his teammates in the fountain. 5 heroes for nothing. Nouns, once again, get the perfect fight.
Oh, yeah, weapon. That must be. Let's not pretend it's such a stomp. Let's just talk about some positives. It's such a nice mechanic to whip. The like it's a nice item. Not only good with the stats, but just the animation and mechanic is just. I like that item. Must say.
Yeah, sure. It is fun. It is fun.
Bull whip.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that you have a Queen of Pain Arcana, right?
No, no. I don't.
Okay, okay.
Last
So
time
if
I
some
played
of the
Queen Pain,
fans,
it blocked.
somebody can give it to Milan because he wants to use the whip more often. Silence on the Ursad. It's gonna make sure that he's dead. No way to get his ulti off. Another double edge on Door. He'll be fine. Torrent connecting on Gunner. He's dropping quite low. A miss from the Doom. Swap on Yuma. Stun as well. Flies there, healing him up with the wisps. As Yuma is still surviving. Finally, Lelis comes in. He is the one that is gonna bring them air superiority, and we know that that wins wars. Doom has been silenced. Usually, he's the one doing that with his ulti. Not here, not now, not in this game one. This is where nouns are gonna be dominant, and this is where they win the game in just 25 minutes. Expected, Milan, or did you think TiltedBoys are maybe gonna give it more of a fight?
Yeah, expect.